Hey, it is G Butterfly, and I want to talk to you about the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, I was really glad to see that Kimmy decided to tell the original six, the core group as she called them, that she had been diagnosed with cancer, and breast cancer to be exact, and that she was going through treatment. And I was glad to see that Martell and Melody showed a level of concern for her. Martell even got up, gave her a hug, and then he said in his confessional that his grandmother had suffered with cancer, and he didn't want to see Kimmy have to go through that. So she held it together during the dinner, that Marceau cooked. He said Maurice can't cook. But she held it together, and she was glad to see that they all came together. She said because some days she doesn't feel that well, but on the days that she does feel well, she would still like to have a sense of normalcy to her life. Date, because it wasn't date night. And I was glad to hear that Marceau and Tisha prioritize date night and not their regular life. They prioritize date night, and that's a good thing. So I was glad to see that. So when she came up to Black, she looked very pretty, and her weave was kind of cute. It was kind of cute. But anyway, I don't like the fact that Marceau overtalks her. It's like when he feels like she's saying something that adds some value to the conversation, he overtalks her so that she can take his position in the conversation. And she pretty much told him, you have texted a woman who says that I'm her enemy. I have a problem with that. And when you do that, you need to make sure that you let me know that you're communicating with this woman via text. And I think Kimmy made a point to say, she told Maurice, I don't care who it is, enemy, friend, you need to let me know when you're reaching out to women to have lunch, dinner, meetings, whatever with them. And if that's the dynamic of their marriage, cool. But Marceau was not trying to hear it. I think he just wanted to meet with Mel regardless of how Tisha felt about it. And he told Tisha that she was being a jealous woman. And I was so glad to see Tisha finally got back with his ass. And she stood her ground until she started crying. I said, God damn it, Tisha. You was doing good, Tisha, when you were just getting into Marceau's ass, telling him do not call you a jealous woman. You let him talk till he talked you down and talked you into tears. And then you ended the date and said you was going to get your children and spend time with them. That's all he wanted, because he got exactly what he wanted, his meeting with Mel. But it didn't go as he wanted it to go. Mel pretty much said, I don't give a shit about you talking to your brother, Mark. And if it has anything to do with my mother, that has nothing to do with me. What did he say about me? Nothing. Okay, well, there was no reason for me to be here. In essence, that's what she said. And he was stumped for a minute, like, he didn't know what to say. But I don't know why Melody comes across passive-aggressive with almost everybody on the show. I get the impression she doesn't like the people on the show anymore. She's outgrown them. I don't see why she just won't leave the show. I do believe to a certain degree the show could go on without Mel. But it just seems like now she's on the show. We like seeing her on there. But she doesn't really like anybody on the show but her mama. And what's her name? Stormy. It seems like those are the only... She likes Kimmy. But sometimes that even seemed kind of iffy. Because she always say little slick things. And it comes across very passive-aggressive. And I like Melody. I want to see that lady win. She's doing an awesome job in everything that she's involved in. And I want to see her win. I want to see her continue to excel in whatever she chooses to do. I want to see her heal from that mess Martell put her through. But when it comes to this show, it just seemed like she doesn't like anyone. And I'm like, why are you still on the show, Mel? But that's just me. I haven't seen Lou and Tiffany. They haven't been on there for a while. They didn't show Stormy and her husband wasn't on there this week. I like the fact that they kind of just focused on the core group that actually started Love and Marriage Huntsville. Tisha asked Kimmy and Maurice what were their opinion about someone going out with a woman who, a husband going out with a woman who claimed his wife was her enemy. And Kimmy, as I said earlier, Kimmy pretty much said what she thought about it. And Maurice didn't look like I don't remember if Maurice said too much. He kind of just looked around. Because again, Marceau kind of took over the conversation and they just moved on to the next topic because that's when Mel came in. Now, I wonder if Mel had somewhere she needed to go after this dinner. She was very overdressed. She looked like she was going to a wedding or some type of possibly semi-formal type event because she was very overdressed. And why does Martell continue to wear them tight shorts and dress shoes? So he was on one extreme and she was on a far other extreme. But Martell did make sure that everybody knew that that was their 14th wedding anniversary, had they still been married. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And he even tried to tie in the white dress. I'm like, child, Martell, she wasn't dressing for you. But what was she dressing for? Maybe she had somewhere she needed to go after that. And she needed to already be dressed, because that outfit was definitely putting 20 on 10 when it was time to go to that dinner, because everybody was extremely casual, and she just looked a little overdressed for the occasion. But they all had a great time. They were able to laugh and joke, and I liked seeing that with all of them. But this G Butterfly, tell me, what did y'all think about this week's episode? This season is not giving me a lot of just boom. It's not giving me that. It's not giving me that at all. It's just a little bit, just to keep us hanging on from week to week. But I'm glad to know that Kimmy is getting better, and she seems to be handling her treatment really well. But I'll talk to y'all later. Get in the comments and let me know what you think about this episode. And let me know if you felt like Tisha should have held her ground and not started crying. At the end of this video, just keep watching, because I'm going to put the little clip on the end. And it's just for entertainment purposes. I just want to know what your thoughts are about this last little piece. Talk to y'all later. Leave comments. Bye.
So your point is the jealous wife.
Don't play me. I'm not about anything or anybody, so don't even play me like
so
that. What I said is that it was disrespectful. That's what I'm saying to you. And so you need to recognize my feeling and how I feel about the situation. And don't ever throw those jealous words on me, because you know I'm not. So stop doing it. Don't do that. That's not okay. Don't do that.
That's not how you told you.
What's the point of you having that meeting?